The Pistons, they lose to the Knicks. Now, obviously, they have Game 2 tonight, but I do want to get everybody's thoughts on it. I do want to get everybody's take on it. But, I've been told that, because of that fourth quarter, it's over. The Knicks will sweep. And lo and behold, come to find out that I was just perusing the TV that night. Apparently, it's over for Luka and LeBron also. They were 10 for 25 and down 25 points.
They had a good run.
They had a good run. It's over. It's over for everyone that lost Game 1, I'm told.
It usually works out that way.
It's kind of over for Memphis.
Now that I would agree with, but it never really started for them either.
Yeah. You lose Game 1, what is it? 98.7% of the teams that lose Game 1 usually lose the series. Isn't there some number like that?
I believe that's what it is.
Relax.
Yes.
You know what, though, Neil? With that being said, I don't like the way it happened. And I'm not even talking about 21-0, okay? 21-0, what can you say? Just put it over there. It happened. It was shit. What I don't like is you gave a mentally, from a psych standpoint, soft team opportunity to shine. And you have to sit in New York now and read all the headlines and hear all the chirps. And these guys in real time are all of a sudden feeling really good about themselves. That's what I don't like. I don't like that stuff. In a perfect world, you would have jumped on the Knicks because you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. They know it better than anybody. In a perfect world, they would have said, uh-oh, here we go again. How many times has this happened? This is a rite of passage in the springtime. And all of a sudden, you gave them a little blow. And now all of a sudden, you're hearing about all this chirping about, well, the Knicks, hey, look out for the Knicks and all that stuff. That's the only thing that bothers me. In no way, shape, or form is this series over. None, zero, zilch, nada. Now, let's have that conversation again tonight. I might hit you up at about 9:45,
I'm
10
counting
o'clock.
on it.
Right?
I'm counting on
it. I think if you go down 0-2, then we have to gulp really hard. But even then, let's face it, the series transfers. But, Neil, there were a lot of things to not like about Game 1, and I thought the fact that the Knicks outworked the Pistons probably pissed me off more than anything.
Woodward Sports chat thread. People talking about the Pistons. Sean is right. They got outworked, and that's what bothered me the most. And, look, I haven't really had a chance or the forum to weigh in with my thoughts on the game. And I guess I'll kind of go first here, and we'll go around the room, and I'm curious to hear what you all think also. This is, look, there were things stacked on top of each other, and it started right away. The Jalen Duren 2 fouls in 5 minutes or whatever it was, which, what did we talk about in here? And Spenny, I did click on the watch party for a little bit, and I heard you say it. You're like, I'm not dealing with foul calls, and I'm not dealing with referee. Props to you for that, by the way, because you knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. You knew it was coming. It's MSG. It's New York. That stuff is going to happen to you. But the Pistons put that aside, and they answered the bell. And they got back into the game, and it was a good back-and-forth affair. It was very good. It was a very good NBA basketball game, NBA playoff game. It was a lot of fun. Then the fourth quarter starts. The Pistons go on that little run at the third. Isaiah Stewart gets shaken up. And I'm surprised that people haven't talked about this more. With the fourth quarter and what happened, is it not a coincidence? Isaiah Stewart shaken up, and the guy who is directly the most responsible for the quote-unquote toughness. Is that fair to say?
Fair to say.
And when you look at it schematically, your rim protection. Don't believe me, Spenny, right? Believe the numbers. Mm-hmm. One of the best rim protectors in the league. Fair or not fair?
Fair.
Fair. You miss him, and then all of a sudden everything changes. Then all of a sudden it becomes, and the turnovers certainly didn't help. Obviously, they did not help. The bottom line is this. You stack those things on top of each other, and Sean, I don't care who you are. You turn the ball over 19 times in an NBA road playoff game, you ain't winning.
No.
No matter what happens, you're not winning. Then you and props to them, through all of it, they were there with an 8-point lead at the end of the third quarter because that's this team. This team never goes away, ever. They don't. They run so counterculture in the NBA. But in the end, it was too much. It was the Isaiah Stewart thing, turning the basketball over. It was too much in the end. The Knicks went on their run. And the Knicks, Spenny, do the Knicks have one more player than the Pistons right now?
Yes.
And that one player turned out to be Cam Payne. Like that, and Sean, that's where I am with it. I'm not saying it's over. I'm not saying the Pistons are cooked. But can we say this? That maybe everybody around here maybe undershot the New York Knicks a little bit.
100%. What that was the impression that I got. I'm dealing in things, Neil, more psychological. I openly admit it. How many times have I said that's a soft team? And once it starts rolling downhill, that's when the here we go again stuff starts. Oh, okay, we're the typical Knick team. This stuff's going to happen. They showed a mettle. They showed a toughness that I didn't expect. And the Pistons did not answer the bell. And Neil, it was all the little things. And this is where we can bring up 21-0 again. You bring up turnovers. You're not going to win games when you get smoked by a 21-0 margin, man. You're not going to do that in the NBA, especially in a place like Madison Square Garden. At the end of the day, Neil, I'll say it again. I'm so glad that they're jumping back on the horse. Get that taste out of your mouth as fast as you can. Go out there and say, we didn't play our game in the fourth quarter. The defense went away. I mean, that to me, that's the telltale.
Yeah, Isaiah Stewart came out of the game. Like it's not shocking and stunning to me like it is to everybody else.
And that's where everybody else has to say it's my turn. You know, now I have to do it. Now I have to pick up the pace. It just got away so fast. You know, I mean, it turned into one of those games. You know, with the NBA today, you know, guys that watched it a lot years ago, we're always perplexed because if you got up 20 points years ago, game was fucking over. I mean, it was over, okay? Yawn. Okay, let me know what happens in the third. Let me know what happens in the fourth. But this was one at that juncture of the game and the way it was happening. And yes, with the Isaiah Stewart factor as well, you could turn the TV off. I'm going to go see what's going on with hockey. I don't need to watch the rest of this.
Sean, you want the geeky basketball stuff?
Yes.
And in the Woodward Sports chat thread, Brian Ruth, how can you be as big and athletic as Duran and suck at defense? Brian, here's the deal. Here's the geeky basketball stuff. And Spenny, I don't know if you caught this or not. When Tom Thibodeau went to the two bigs and Stewart was hurt, that was it. That was the checkmate move. When he went to the two bigs, there was nothing left that could be done.
Yep.
You agree?
You didn't have two bigs. You don't have two bigs that you can throw out. I mean, Tobias is there, but he's not going to guard Karl-Anthony Towns. It's not a great option out there. You do need beef stew, but I look at this game and I put it on the shoulders of Cade Cunningham flat out. You got to be better. You have to be better. You are the superstar. You are the guy. You need to shoot better. You need to take care of the ball better, and you cannot allow a team to go on a 21-0 run against you. You can't. I know Isaiah Stewart being out, that plays a factor, but you are the guy in this series. You are the guy on this team. You have to step up and say, I'm not allowing them to score 21 unanswered points. You cannot allow that to happen. So that's on him. He's going to learn from it. He'll be better. But if Cade Cunningham doesn't shoot poorly and turn the ball over that much, Pistons win that game.
If many of us are going to say he's the best player on both teams, you have to be the best player on both teams. We can't talk about it anymore. If we want to talk about coming out parties and things like that, then come out. I mean,
that's totally fair to say. Now I'll cut him some slack.
Oh yeah,
it's the first ever playoff game that he's ever played in, and you could tell. And Ron Holland got a dose of it too.
Yeah.
That goes to a different level.
Absolutely. You know, I'm not saying, well, this is who he is. It's over now.
No.
He's going to bounce back. I expect him to bounce back very well tonight, and I expect the Pistons to win this game tonight. But you got to call it how it is.
I agree with you. That's more, Neil, to your point, that's like the call to arms tonight, okay? It happened. You got it out of your system. Fantastic. Now, okay, first game playoff jitters and anything that, pros laugh at that shit. Now it's like, okay, now show everybody what we saw over the course of the year.
And here's the thing too, Sean, like when we talk about it going to a level, the beginning of the game, the first three quarters of the game, yes, it's an NBA playoff game. It gets turned up a little bit. But in the fourth quarter, when that home team's down 8, it is an even different level. Mm-hmm. It's an even different
in a place
level.
Like that too. I mean,
props to the Knicks fans, by the way. Those guys were locked in.
It's a huge factor, and that's why you want to keep them down. Because those people that get into it are the same people, if you keep them down, that are going to boo them incessantly. I mean, that's the fragile psyche of the New York Knicks, man, and has been for a long, long time. So I no panic. I'm not. We'll revisit that tonight, though. You know, you come out and you lose. You go down 0-2, man. Look out. To me, I just want to see more of the effort stuff. That was disappointing to me. It was disappointing to me.
When I watch the just take a look at the numbers. Here's the one thing I don't want to hear. All right, and in the chat, Woodward Sports Lunchbox, Woodward Sports chat thread, Cade dropped the ball in the fourth. Brunson outplayed. Can we just talk about, you know who the best player on the floor was for the Knicks, and people aren't going to like to hear it. Karl Anthony Towns was the best player on the floor. Mm-hmm. Like, Jalen Brunson had 27 shots and 10 free throws. I would hope you get in the 30s with that cocktail. I would hope you're able to do that. Like, the Brunson Cade thing was just about a wash for me.
Yeah.
For real. It really, really was. The thing that frustrates me the most is you got a 25-point game from Tobias.
Yep.
And Beasley was 6 of 12 from 3. Like,
gotta win that game.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for on the road.
Game.
You gotta win the game, man. You do. I hate that beef stew went down like that. I do, because look, this isn't the '89 Pistons. All right, this isn't the mid-2000s Spurs. Their roster is still a work in progress. They haven't arrived. This isn't the finished product. I don't expect them to win the NBA title. I don't. Okay. With that being said, you're exactly right, Spenny, and I think that they would tell you, if you were sitting at a bar having a beer, I think that they would tell you, man, when Tobias gets 25 and Malik 6 of 12 from 3,
gotta win that game.
We gotta win the game.
And that's why I put it on Cade, because your role players did what they needed to do. Unfortunately, he didn't step up. And like I said, you cut him some slack. We're not saying it's the end of the world and trade him, get him out of it. No, it's your first playoff game. You're in Madison Square Garden. You looked like you were pressing a little bit. Go out there and ball like we know you can ball today and go get a win.
It's just interesting, though, that Brunson got 10 free throw attempts. And Cade got 5, and they all came like at the end of the game when it was decided.
That's why.
That's odd.
Yeah, I mean,
that's really odd.
Not that odd.
Well, I guess Brunson's just playing harder.
Yeah.
They blitz Cade too with the doubles,
and they're going to. Yeah,
they're going to. Yeah, I mean, they know, they've seen what he's done against them. So that's a kind of crap you got to fight through, man. You got to fight through. You got to find a way to make a play.
Yep.
You go down 0-2, and this is, again, end of the world. No, but I'm going to say it again, Neil. Yeah, it does take a little luster. I think this is a series they can win. I do. I really, truly do. Even after game 1, I think this is a series they can win. It's probably going to be as far as they go. But you know what? It makes this turnaround sweeter. It does. Because I'm just telling you point blank, whether people want to hear it or not, I don't give a shit. We can talk about the turnaround as much as we want. You flame out in the first round against the Knicks, what are people going to say? You know it and I know it. Is it fair? No, I'm not saying it's fair. Because there's legitimacy there, and to your point, it's still a work in progress. But what are people going to say? Oh, good, we're just an average NBA team now, and I'm supposed to get excited over that? Oh, good, we're just a team that made the playoffs. Hey, we're the 2019 Pistons again. Hey, we're the 2016 Pistons again. Hey, and we're still...
No, hey, Sean, wait a minute. The Red Wings hockey people in this town told me that's what it is.
Don't even...
If you get there...
We're going
No,
there.
if you get there, magically it's fixed.
We're going there.
No, Sean.
We'll go there.
I know we're going there.
We'll go there.
Be consistent. You be consistent, right? Sorry.
No. But that's where we're at. I mean, on whether we want to admit it or not. God forbid they don't win a game. God forbid that. I just want that to go away. Hey, we haven't won since May of 2008. Let's put that to bed.
They're going to win a game.
They better.
They will.
And I think they will too.
I think they win tonight.
Look, I think they can still win the series. I'm not jumping off, man. I didn't like what I saw. I don't feel maybe as confident as that I did on Friday, but I think they can still win the series. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, the moral of the story is nothing changes if they win tonight.
No.
Like, if you flip the order, everybody probably feels better or whatever, but in the end, what difference does it make? Did you on it? Were they going to go in and sweep the Knicks in New York? No, but that's the way the playoffs work, guys. It's been a long time since we've been here.
Got to win one on the road.
You got to win one on the road at some point. Mm-hmm. The issue is, if you don't win tonight, then you get in this line where you got to win 4 or 5, and you have to win every home game.
Yep.
And look, like the Pistons, it's incredible how good they are on the road as a young team. But from time to time, the LCA, the play at home, has not been a fortress. You remember like the Celtics in their run one year that were 40-1.
Yeah.
And the good teams, the upper echelon teams in the league, the home court's a non-negotiable. So again, through all this.